Now in this lecture we'll talk about the most fundamental structure of matter. Actually, the matter consists of 17 elementary particles that you can see in this table, and every elementary particle has its antiparticle. So in total we have 17 elementary particles and 17 elementary antiparticles. And the 17 elementary particles consist of 12 elementary matter particles. As you can see in this table, we have 6 quarks in the purple color and 6 leptons in the green color. So in total we have 12 elementary matter particles that are also called fermions. And we have also 4 fundamental force particles. Actually, in the red color, they actually carry the 4 fundamental forces in nature. And the 17th particle is boson Higgs in the yellow color that carries that is actually responsible for the mass of the other particles, of the other elementary particles. All the elementary particles except of the gluon and the photons have mass, and the origin of their mass is the boson Higgs particle. Okay, so as I already said, we have 4 fundamental force particles that carry the 4 fundamental forces in nature. The first force particle is the gluon, and we actually have 8 types of gluons, and actually the gluon carries the strong nuclear force that is actually binds the protons together in the nucleus of the atom. Then we have the proton force particle that carries the electromagnetic force that is actually explains how charged particles interact with each other. And then we have boson Z particle and boson W particles that actually carries the weak nuclear force. Actually, we have 2 types of boson W, and the weak nuclear force is responsible for the radioactive decay of atoms. Okay, so in total, in this table we have 12 force particles. We have 8 gluons, 1 photon particle, 1 boson Z particle, and 2 boson W particles. In total is 12 fundamental particles, and we also have the graviton, the 13th force particle, that is responsible for the gravitational force. The graviton is not discovered yet, but the scientists assume that it does exist. And as you have already know, the gravitational force is the reason that every two objects in the universe with a mass are attracted to each other. Okay, and the force of the attraction is dependent on the product of their mass divided by the square root of their distance. Okay, and then we have, as I already said, the boson Higgs that is actually gives the mass of the other elementary particles. Okay, so actually we can say that the basic building blocks of matter are the atoms, and a group of atoms that are bound together is called a molecule. An example of a molecule is the molecule of water, and that is H2O. It has two atoms of hydrogen and one oxygen atom that bound together with the hydrogen atom and creates the molecule atom. The molecule, the water molecule atom, and actually in the atom itself consists of electrons that orbit around the center of the atom, and in the center we have the nucleus that consists of protons and neutrons, and the number of protons and neutrons determines which elementary which type of atom we have. For example, the oxygen atom has in the nucleus 8 protons and 8 neutrons, while the hydrogen atom has only 1 proton in the nucleus. Okay, and actually the protons and the neutrons themselves are not elementary particles because they themselves consist of quarks. And the quarks in the purple color, we have 6 types of quarks. They are the elementary particles, 6 elementary particles out of the 17 elementary particles that we know that exist. Okay, thank you very much.